What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully I'm going to be able to help some of you guys out today. In this video, I'm going to hit you up with a list of things, cheap and easy ways to modify your vehicle. Doesn't matter whether it's a car, a van, whatever it might be, there will be something in this video that applies to you. Now, the reason for us making this video is that whenever I've bought a car, these tend to be the things that I go for and that I tend to change or modify first, just to give it my own little touches. Now, you want to be able to do these things at home, on your driveway. If you're a young driver, you want to be able to afford it because you've probably just paid a load of money for your car and a load of money for insurance. Don't worry, I've been there. It was a while ago, but I've been there. Now, I currently own a Ford Transit Sport, if you didn't know and you're new to the channel, and I'd say pretty much all of these have been implemented into my van as it stands now. So it's got all of these modifications on it. Anyways, enough chatting, let's get into it. Now, for me, the first thing that I usually do when I buy a new vehicle is change the number plates. Now, the reason for this is because there's nothing worse than having like a garage's logo on the bottom. For me anyway, I just don't like it. I like it to look clean and nice and new. If you get these cars that have the screw-in number plates on, they start cracking around the screw holes and things like that. And it just, even if you've got the nicest car ever, the number plates themselves can just let it down. Now, you can get some really good number plates now. You can get some 3D ones, some gel ones, some 4D ones, some short ones if you've got a private number plate. So there's options out there. You can, mix it up and make it your own. Something really easy that you can do at home. Obviously, make sure you get road legal ones, please. Use your noggin. Come on. Usually what I'll do after that is I think, you know what? Them yellow foggy lights that are shining on my brand new number plate are not doing it any justice. Get online, whether that's eBay, Amazon, whatever it might be, and I get myself some number plate LED lights. Something, it's going to cost you a couple of quid maybe to get these LED lights, but again, you've just put your new number plate on there. You don't want some shady old yellow lights shining down on this brand new 3D, 4D number plate that you've just spent 20, 30, 40 pound on. And trust us, on a night time, when your number plate lights are on, it's going to look the business. It's going to look the business. So since we're on the topic of lights, the next thing I usually go and do is I'll upgrade. You beat us to it. The headlight bulbs. That's right, the headlights. Because once you've done the rear of the vehicle, you've got to move down to the front. You know what I'm saying? For me, when I've got a new vehicle, there's nothing worse than driving down the road and you're seeing this like hazy, foggy yellow light from your headlights. I don't like the look of it. I want them to be nice and modern and bright white. And I think just that alone can make the vehicle just look even more modern. Something just as simple as that. Again, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's something that's usually done fairly quickly. You've a few basic tools at home on the driveway and you've got the job sorted. I've got full faith in you. Full faith. Not only is it going to look better though, it's going to make you see better. And that means you're going to drive better. You're going to be safer. And you're going to be happy because you haven't got those horrible yellow lights. Now, don't get us wrong. They do suit some cars. Older, classic cars and things like that. Where you're trying to keep the standard look, I understand. It's not going to be for everybody. This is just my opinion. Also, remember, make sure you use road legal ones, please. After the lights and all the rest of it, we're looking at the badges. That's right, the badges. So this is like your badge on your grille. The one that says 2.2 turbo supercharged F1 car on the back. You might have some ones on the side underneath your window or something like that, like I do on the Transit. Now, it all depends what kind of look you're going for. Yours might look spot on. You might like the chrome effect. I personally like the black ones. I went for black ones on mine because my van's black. I wanted the murdered out look. So what did I do? Straight away, got to painting them. So you can either buy some paint these badges, or you can go online and find some badges that are actually made in the colour that you want them. Now, remember, some cars will have a load of badges on. So you'll not just need the one. For instance, you've got the front grille badge, you've maybe got 2 badges on the back, you've got one on the boot, You've probably got one on your steering wheel. You've maybe got them, you know, on the side of your vehicle, like where the indicators would be. And bear in mind, these probably going to be all different sizes. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research, shop about online, probably a company somewhere that makes them in a colour. You know, if you've got a silver car, you might fancy some black ones, some red ones, if you've got red brake calipers and all the rest of it. That'll probably just make it look that little bit more unique, stand out from everything else, and tie in with the rest of your vehicle. Now, I did just mention indicators there. This is, again, something else that I think is an easy and cheap modification that you can do to any vehicle, really, to make it look that little bit better. Now, if you've got a classic car, sometimes the amber indicators look a lot better than the clear ones. Some people prefer the clear ones. Now, on a more modern vehicle, some people might want the smoked LED indicators. They might want the ones with the little running LED strips in. There's so many options that you can go for, and they might not be standard on your vehicle. So again, it's something that you can look into, that you can probably buy online somewhere for not a lot of money, and you can fit it quite easily with some basic tools on your driveway at home. Again, my example was my van's all black. It's blacked out. I wanted to go for that murdered out look, so I went for the smoked LED side indicators. Looks mint. They're kind of like invisible, you know, they're incognito. You don't know they're there. And then obviously when you press your indicator, bang, bang, it's there. People know you're turning. Now, on the subject of changing all these badges and all the rest of it, I think it would be a little bit unfair if we neglected the wheels. We need to probably have a look at them centre caps, because generally the centre caps will match the badges that's on the car. So if you're changing the badges, say you've went from a standard Ford badge to all black, then you might have standard Ford centre caps. It's not going to tie in, it's not going to look so great. You can get gel ones, you can get different colour ones, you can get ones with logos in. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, a Ford badge or whatever badge of model of vehicle that you've got. You could go for your favourite cartoon character. You could write your own name on it. It's subtle little things. Sometimes less is more. And all these little things, you see the right person looks at the car and they'll go, you know what, he put some time and effort into that. Credit to him. Right, we're getting there. We're coming to the end of this list now. I've got 2 more things for you, so just hold on tight. If you were going to get up and go make a cup of tea, sit back down. We won't be long, I promise. Something I've recently just come across, which I think is really good, and I couldn't believe it was so cheap, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a really bad mod when I first bought this, right? And it turns out it's one of my favourite mods that I've actually done to my van. This being the universal front splitter. Now, actually, it's not a front splitter. It can be used on the front, the side skirts, the rear, wherever you fancy. Stick it to the roof for all I care if it makes it look better. But anyways, if you don't know what I mean, go on the likes of eBay or Amazon and type in universal front splitter. It's basically a small roll of like rubber, which you can cut to any size you want with some 3M tape on the underside of it, which you can just stick underneath your front bumper, and it's like a little extension, like a little black extension. You can get it in black, you can get it in carbon fibre. Pretty sure you can get it in different colours. One of them things you probably have to try and see if it fits the look of your vehicle. It might not, but on my van it makes it look that little bit lower. It gives it a bit more of an aggressive look to the front, and it changes it up. And all the time on Instagram and YouTube, I get message after message like, where did you get your front splitter? Because you can't get them for my van. You can't really get front splitters for that specific bumper. And I get messages all the time. And when I tell people, mate, cost us $5 off eBay for this little roll of rubber, they're like, really? That's all it is? I'm like, yeah, mate, that's all it is. Get yourself on eBay, get one bought. In worst case scenario, if it comes off flying down the road or whatever, or you lose it or you don't like it, just take it off. You probably spend more money in McDonald's on a morning before you get into work on your sausage sarnie and your cup of tea. Last one that I want to talk about is tinted windows. Now, this is something that you have to get right. It's got to be the right car. It's got to be legal, and it can look really good. So, for instance, on my van, again, you probably know this by now. I've been over it quite a few times. If you haven't, I don't know what to say to you, to be honest. I'm going for the murdered out look. So we've got black on black on black with blacked out windows. So you see where I'm going with this. I've tried to tint windows myself at home. It's a bit of a nightmare. Alright, so this is one thing that I would say maybe get some help with. There is companies out there who can tint your windows for you for reasonable prices. And that concludes the list of cheap and easy modifications that you guys can hopefully take some insight from, that you can do at home and maybe make your vehicle that little bit more unique. I've pretty much implemented these things into most vehicles that I buy for the exact reason that the title states. They're cheap and they're easy, and it gives you that sense of you're making it your own. Right then, I feel like I rattled through that really quickly. I really appreciate you guys for watching and taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe for more content. There's plenty coming. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on future uploads. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this video. Have you got any other mods that I've missed out or that you think would be helpful to anybody else? Leave them in the comments down below. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you guys in the next video.